Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Prismal, and today we're doing some Binding of Issac, and I'd say welcome back, I guess, because, yeah, I had a bit of time away, good weekend. Didn't get as many uploads as I wanted sorted, which was kind of a bit of a downer, but that is fine. We're back in action, and I want to play some Isaac, so that is what I'm doing first. Mainly because, you know, I want something to kind of nice and relax, get back into the idea of playing games again and all that stuff, you know. Plus we unlock some cool stuff, so that is the other aspect of it. But yeah, how are we all doing? I had a very good weekend away, although with the wind and the weather and everything else as well, it was probably not as good as first anticipated, but it was nice to spend it with the family and stuff, you know. It was nice to do that. It's one of the things, you gotta take like the little wins, right? As much as you can do. I'm getting hit already. Let's play terribly at a new video game, why not? Or an old video game. But yeah. I'm back at work. Work's busy as anything else, so back doing that. Had to kind of fix some stuff when I came back for some of the freelance work which I had done before, which was kind of annoying, but had nothing to do with me. It was more of just doing some double checks and things like that, where they basically made some additions and they wanted to make sure that everything was going to run smoothly, but I wasn't back until later to do it, so they just kind of sat on their hands waiting for me to give them the okay and be like, yeah, everything seems fine. I don't see any issues. Major I had to run it just to make sure there's no conflicts and stuff, which is not really my area of expertise, but, you know. You know, I'm just the problem solve guy. I find bugs and then try and figure out how to fix them and let smarter people than me fix them. I do laugh about it, right? Because I'm really good at spotting problems and solving problems in the sense of the fact that I know, oh, maybe this would be a good idea to do it. And then smarter people than me will look at that and go, I know exactly what you mean. I never would have thought of it like that. Hang on while I just go and implement that solution. And I'm like, oh, cool, great. No idea how I managed to get that to work in my favor most of the time, but it does, you know? It does. Doesn't mean I'm useless or anything, it just, I kind of know on certain things I'm not as smart as the guy sitting next to me, right? Which I think sometimes it's better off to think like that and have the apprehension of like, look, can you tell me what the issue is so we can fix it together? Or can you dumb it down for me to make sure that I am not getting it completely wrong? Those sort of questions, right? I use that quite a lot, and I think it's really useful in situations where you don't want to insult someone if they're kind of like saying something really silly or like not explaining themselves correctly. If you just go, look, I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but it could be just me because of the fact that I'm not quite grasping, you know, what you're kind of explaining to me. So can you explain it and dumb it down as much as possible so I can actually understand it? And in that way they think they're like, you know, like, oh, okay, the guy just doesn't quite understand what I'm saying because I'm saying it in a too complex of a way, so I'll dumb it down for them. And if their dumbing down is still not dumbing it down, then you've probably got someone with very poor social skills. Do you know how I know that? Because I'm also a guy with very poor social skills. That is how I know. That is how I know. Nah, I'm a bit hard on myself. I have poor social skills. I just tend to forget sometimes that I've got to be polite in particular scenarios and don't realise how I come across, right? If I'm thinking about it, I can sit there and be like, ah, yeah, I probably shouldn't say that. And hindsight really helps out with that, but during the moment, not so much, not so much. We're making some good dodges now. We are making good dodges now. But yeah, no, I enjoyed the time with the family. It was nice to have a weekend away. Hopefully getting some other plans set for like after New Year's and stuff in January or February. It's going to spend some time doing something interesting. You know, as we kind of said, we all wanted to kind of like, actually it would be nice to do an activity together. And I was like, well, we all like that activity, or at least would like to do it again at some point if we've been before. So, you know, why not? And the activity we're going to select on was going ice skating, which would be nice. So it's a good laugh, right? So gathering us all together will be the next problem, and sorting that out, which, you know, either will or it won't happen. It'll be dependent on, you know, things. But I hope it does work out. It'd be nice to go and do that and kind of spend it all together again. Ooh, crack the sky. As for me though, yeah, still keeping busy, still working hard. Not playing as hard as much. Although, I said spending it with my family, it was probably the first time I drank in ages, like alcoholic drinks and stuff. Like, I don't normally keep them in the house just because it is not something I would sit there and be like, oh yeah, you know what I really, really need right now? I need to have a pint. The thought does occur to me that that actually is what I think like, but I never normally have it in the house because I'm like, well, I enjoy drinking with friends and, you know, socializing in that regard more than I actually do actually drinking, right? A good amount of luck. Do I take the mission page too, just so I can have a deal with the devil? I think so, with that many stuff I get to pick up along with it. But yeah, no, I appreciate the bunch of new subscribers we've got in the past, like 6 months, 3 months, and so like that. I mean, the fact that so many people enjoy the content, for me, is always a big boon. And as I said, like in previous ones and stuff like that, I don't mind if it's only like one particular thing you enjoy me uploading or stuff like that. The fact that you enjoy it in the first place is more than enough for me, right? I do this for the fun of the game, right? I play games I enjoy, and I get to relax too, and that's good enough. Which is a shame, because it means that like the other games I was playing I don't enjoy anymore. Or I do enjoy them, but I just maybe just don't play them as often because I get more enjoyment out of others, I guess you could say. Maybe that's fair. But it is weird, it really is weird. Like, oh, Parapel. Check out that for the next room. It's been really good. Other than that, like, why did I fall out of some of the games? I mean, for me, it's more just on the idea of, we do have good luck, so I'm expecting, like, a good payout on that, but kind of a good payout. Doctor's Remote. We'll take Crack the Sky still. I don't know which one's better, but I prefer Crack the Sky. But yeah, like some of the games are more just like time frame wise and stuff like that. Like I just don't have the time to invest like that amount of time playing the games because I'm not to them. I mean, a good example of that is just Hearthstone in general. The amount I was playing that at one point compared to like what I now produce in regards to different types of content is just night and day for me. So I'm like, well, between that and it was getting to a point where I probably wasn't enjoying it as much as like as when I first started playing it, right? It became more of a luck fest game, right? And card games are always luck based anyway and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that, but the idea that I could lose on a coin flip with no way to counteract that was the more annoying part of the game, right? And we've all been there in games like that where it's like you've got the win in the bag and then somehow someone just flips a coin and suddenly you lose. Congratulations. Is it worth going to the shop on this floor? Probably not, actually. Just keep my spirit hearts, go for the next level, see what we can get from there. But yeah, I mean, other than that, it's also accessibility, which is a weird thing for me to say when, like, I own a Switch, a PlayStation, no, not PlayStation. Well, I mean, I got old PlayStation, but I don't. I mean, I shouldn't usually say that since I got it out recently. Playing through the Ratchet and Clank games again because I quite like those. Yeah, I got an Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PC. Although my PC isn't like anything special. I say PC, it's a laptop, still. It plays PC games, damn it. But yeah, so, like, I'm not ever, like, sport for choice when it comes to accessibility and stuff, but, like, certain games I find are always better on particular types of consoles or particular types of aspects when you're playing them. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, it's the way it feels to me. It's like certain games I will play on my computer and be quite happy with it, you know, and have no issues. Like, good example is like Binding of Isaac. But I kind of wouldn't play that on my PC or on my Xbox or my Nintendo Switch, although I do have it on those as well. Mainly because the fact that the updates just aren't as regular and things, and not up to date with like everything else that comes along with the game and stuff, you know, that's the most annoying part. Like, come on, like, I mean, if you release a game on a console, like, keep it up to date the same as the PC. Is it really that hard? I just feel disappointed and left out when I like, oh, I really like this game, and I play it on console because it's just more easier for me in general than it is to play on other ones, just because, like, frame rate stuff and things like that as well, and space, storage, discounts, sometimes. The poop. This is getting very annoying. I think I'm getting every single active item I could possibly can on this run. I am not happy about it. I will say that much. But yeah. I'm kind of a bit on the, because I mean, like, I was playing a while, ages back to be honest. I play like a good amount of like Genshin Impact and stuff like that because it sounds stupid. I enjoyed the story and the aspect and the exploration. It was just really good for a free-to-play gacha game. At which point you didn't really need to rely on the gacha itself. You could just like save and stuff, and it wasn't like, I mean, it still was a gacha game. The predatory as predatory goes, but it wasn't as bad as the rest of them, considering how else it was out there. And the level, the amount of content you just got and updates on the regular was still pretty good. Which, to be honest, I mean, MiHoYo, which they're now called, I will say it, like, they release good content batches and stuff on the games that they have. Like, you can't say they don't, right? Whether it's different banner, story, level 3, that's great. And stuff like that, like, like, name other games that get that regular content release and updates and stuff. Like, you could probably name even a handful. You know? So it's just kind of, you know, and the fact that they put it on, like, Xbox now kind of made me think, you know what, maybe I should, like, open up my old account and start playing again. And so I did. Did have it on the PC a while back, but again, the issue was just, like, my PC kind of started to become like my recording console stuff, so it was that moment where if I start playing a game, it's either going to get myself set up, put in a position where, I will say it, I didn't feel as comfortable to play the game, right? And it's weird to say it like that, but I guarantee you, like, a lot of other people probably feel the same way, where it's like, you know, for no apparent reason, but they won't play certain games on particular devices because the fact that it just doesn't feel comfortable for them to play it. And it's not even like the input stuff, it's just like how they got themselves set up, right? You know, it's like where the chair sits, how far away they are from the screen, you know, how they are able to hold themselves and sit themselves. I'm just going to use that here. It was a horrible room. Arcade, though. Oh, nice. Nah, you're not gonna... Yeah, oh well. I guess we'll try and blow this up. Money. Good enough. We'll just play him, see if we get me a heart or something. Half a heart. We'll be back. We'll be back. So yeah, it was, I just started playing it again for more or less just, curiosity and entertainment purposes for, like, how much new content there was. And there is a lot. I got a lot to play catch up on, which I'll probably end up going through all of that. And then it'll be, like, I guess it'll get to the point where I end up start doing the dailies again on the regular before I then don't have enough content on there immediately to continue playing it, right? At least that's what will end up happening. It always does. Like, I'm not an idiot. Like, I know how my brain works. Instant dopamine release doesn't happen, so therefore I get bored easy. It is the way of the world. I've lost a lot of parts, but then again, like, I have no damage upgrades, right? I probably should have jumped into a different room, actually, to get the charge on this crap guy. But, you know... come on, with a quick jump, really? I think you can tell on how long his jump is going to be, based upon how quick he is, right? With the jump. He, like, preps it. That was a really quick one, because he moved before. This is a long one, so he didn't move before. There you go. It's a quick jump because he moved. I never noticed that until literally just now. So, it's like you can tell based upon if he moves before he jumps or he jumps. Depends on how quick or long it is. To a space, just use it. The world, doesn't matter. The sun gives me full health. We can play that beggar again. Judgment. High Priestess. We'll keep the world in here. We'll take the judgment with us just in case. Because you never know. You never know. You could blow them both up, so... Eh. Give me something good, dude. You want my damage upgrade? Yes, you are. We're gonna milk this game for everything we can. Yeah, just put them both up. I don't have enough parts to get the other one out, which is very annoying. 2 bombs is still pretty good, though. And the world. Let's take that down. Let's go. But yeah, like I started playing that. Plus there's other games that I picked up as well. Like Death Stranding picked up as well because that was on discount. I was like, you know what? It's on the Xbox also, and I don't mind coming and dropping in and out of it. I guess my Xbox has become like my relax game. You know? It's the thing that I just go, you know what? I'm just going to play you because I want to relax and chill out and not worry about anything. Right? Just use this. Oh. Like, whether I wanted it to or not, it just became that. Another curse of the... Another curse of the unknown. Gotta love how much stuff is just ruining me today, right? It always happens on my Deal the Devil chances as well. Have you noticed that? You know what? Is it there? No. Okay. Ooh, look up. Don't care about this room. We'll move on. I swear I'm getting like all the worst rooms I possibly can at the moment for like the build I have on this. But yeah, I mean, are there other games I'm kind of interested in at the moment? Oh, there's some. There's some. When they get released, although I don't know. I mean, that's the problem with many indie games. It's just kind of like a hit or miss on whether you'll get it this year or next year. I had good fun with Epic Water Towers at the moment. That's been on the good side. We'll admit that. Right? All the secret rooms will be mine. I guess I'll still go to the item room, to the shop. No, we won't now. Oh, got no choice. We do have a choice. Just that room, I'm going to take a hit in it, and yeah, like, I'm just not going to worry about that. I mean, as far as, like, other games go, I'm kind of just waiting on something, like, pretty decent, you know? Like, I wouldn't say there's anything that I kind of want to invest my time in at the moment, as it sounds. I mean, new Marvel's Rivals came out, which, haven't played that yet, but looking forward to it. So I've got to kind of download that and see how it is myself. I never really got into Overwatch, unless I was playing with mates, so it's kind of like a hit or a miss for me, based upon that. You know. But that is pretty much the criteria of it for me, right? If I can, like, get a good group of mates together and we can have a laugh with it and just, you know, do the usual stuff on that front, that'd be nice. Ooh, Krampus, how delightful. I'm just gonna take the hit anyway, though, won't I? Yep. Ooh. I am kind of wondering on, like what other games am I kind of looking forward to, right? Lump of coal, at least I'll get some damage out of that. Krampus said would have been nice, it would have guaranteed me to deal with the devil on the next floor. I should have gone to the other room, I got the bomb. Oh well. Let's face Mom with 3 hearts and mediocre damage. I'm saying that, Lump of coal isn't bad, right? Lump of coal is a pretty good damage up, depending on what you're using it for. It just doesn't help me, because I'm terrible at the game. Other than that, like, I don't know, what else is going on with, like, the games industry at the moment? Like, is there any sort of, like, weird and wonderful stupid things? I know there's the whole Ubisoft debacle, which will debate on whether they're being bought or sold at this point. You know, whether they just cut their arm off and sell bits of themselves, or they actually turn around and actually be like, you know what, maybe we should... Unicorn Stump is really good. Huh. The sound cut out on that. Interesting. No idea what the sound cut out. Is that going to happen every time I use Unicorn Stump now? I have to look at my settings if that's the case. Oh my god, it does. That's going to be frustrating for you guys. I'll have to fix that afterwards, but I really don't know what is going on with my stuff at the moment, right? Yeah, it's just the background sound. Just the background sound that ends up losing it. If there's a way we can benefit from this a little bit more, it'll be really good, right? That's what we got to do now, is just learn to try and benefit from this a little bit more. Are you really going to keep doing that? Guess not going in that room then. Ooh. A shop. I guess I could take the Spirit Heart, would be nice. I mean, I would never have enough money for that anyway, so... Even if I wanted to. You gotta love the weird stuff that's happening. It's probably something to do with my sound settings and stuff like that, or whatever I've got set up on here. That you end up just, like, getting none of the sounds. Right. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's always a weird thing of, like, think yourself, like, oh yeah, what games do you want to play? What do you want to play with mates and stuff and things like that? And, like, as much as there's a bunch of good games, I think, like, me and mates could end up playing, right? It's like, they just, none of them really seem that kind of, like, attractive to play anymore. Right? Like, I got no problem with this whole live service stuff and things like that, but there's so many of them now, right? Like, literally so many of them now, where I'm kind of like, well, I don't have the time investment to play them. And the problem is, like, these games are trying to appeal to me, essentially a person who enjoys playing games with disposable income. Yet they don't really appreciate the time investment they have to put in just to play their game. And I'm like, then why would I play it? Is that just me, or is that kind of like for everyone as well? Do you kind of get what I mean when I say that, right? Like, I generally don't. I generally think that the games don't generally appreciate my time investment into a game, right? Like, the amount of investment I put into them, I don't get back out. Well, at least Missing Page 2 helped me out. Thank you, Missing Page 2. Like, it seems a little thing, right? It's the fact that, like, in games I want to keep progression, I want to make sure that I'm never falling far behind, and all that stuff, right? They nerf, like, all the bandages and stuff. So I feel like I'm not, like, doing as much damage as I would think I should be doing, right? I shall persevere. I am not scared. Like, I remember at one point, Unicorn Stump plus Ball of Bandages was like an instant win. But I guess even my dumb brain isn't able to turn this into a win. But, you know, I try my best for content, right? And the thing is, like, this sounds really, like, dumb, right? The thing that annoys me the most is the fact that throughout everything else, games companies don't want to change, right? In regards to, like, who the audience are appealing to and everything else. Like, they don't want to, like, continue their profits or increase their margins or things like that as well. They just don't see the point in it. I'm kind of like, well, if you don't care about that sort of stuff, why do you keep trying to appeal to an audience that wouldn't like your game? You know? And it's the thing that's always just kind of like, I'm so baffled to this day, right? You know, like, I get confused when my shopping bill goes up and I have to sit there and calculate, okay, should I start, like, not purchasing things that are a little bit more expensive? And that is so weird when the sound goes away. Like, I generally have to start thinking like that. Otherwise, the fact that I'm like, well, you know, where is my money going? What am I doing with it? Am I just wasting it? Stuff, you know? So it baffles me that companies will put loads of different money on, like, just like one big project, and then almost kind of like not do their market research in a way. I don't know, that's the only way I kind of describe it, is they just don't do their market research. No idea if that is true or not, but it definitely sounds something like they would do. Ah. Just bomb this. Let me leave. I mean, as far as like, at least it kills everything in the room. Oh, really? You're telling me I went to the wrong place. I don't have the ability to fly, so that room's just not worth it for me. Stay back, things can blow up and shoot whatever out me. Okay. There is a way to, there is a reason to blow these up, because I can get something pretty decent, or it might, cool, we managed to clear that room out. I want to clear the bottom room out as well. Just in case. Oh, I don't really need bombs anymore, so yeah, dude, take my bombs. Because more money from you is actually pretty good, right? The bomb upgrade would be pretty good as well. Like, what else am I going to take? Plus my luck upgrade, like, it could be pretty useful. Oh, look at that. Ooh, stab bombs, nice. So, wait to pick up that half heart. You know, the split heart. They're gonna have like 50 soul heart, 50 normal heart. I was hoping that I could turn that into a spirit heart rather than a normal heart, but you never know. And I guess we'll blow this guy up with stab bombs. Did not get what I wanted out of him, but fair enough. The game hates me. Oh, cool. Should have realized that was going to happen, right? I knew it. I can't track too many things and I'm terrible at the game, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I tried my best. Maybe we can get some better luck on the next one. But again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.